Hi everyone, this is Big Boss Calvin 83. I came across this crazy story coming from New York, and I'm going to read you this article, then I'm going to give my commentary. Woman arrested after killing boyfriend who fake proposed as an April Fool's prank. I'll say it again. Woman arrested after killing boyfriend who fake proposed as an April Fool's prank. April Fool's prank. New York City. A New York woman is facing murder charges after she allegedly shot her boyfriend for playing an April Fool's prank on her. Lisa Estevez, I guess that's how you pronounce her last name, 31, is facing first-degree murder charges after she shot and killed Ray Jordan, age 25, in the chest, according to authorities. Lisa shot Ray after an April Fool's prank, and she had... Sorry about that. Lisa shot Ray after an April Fool's prank had gone terribly wrong. Authorities say Ray, who has been dating Lisa for 3 years, apparently got on his knees and proposed to Lisa, only them to open the engagement ring box and reveal words April Fool's written inside with no engagement ring to be found. Lisa then originally reached for Jordan's firearm, which was laying on the living room couch, and she shot Jordan once in the chest, killing him instantly. Damn, that's crazy. Alright, now back to the article, back to the rest of it. This is the last part. That bitch is crazy. Authorities arrived to the home when neighbors... I'm back, have a cold. Authorities arrived to the home when neighbors reported gunshots. The gunshots. We arrived at the scene and saw Mr. Jordan's corpse, says NYPD Officer James Patterson. Then I looked to the side and immediately saw the engagement ring box with April Fool's written inside, and immediately knew what had happened. Finished Officer Patterson. Lisa was then found, according to the officers, taking a shit in the home bathroom while watching YouTube videos on her laptop on how to get rid of dead bodies. Damn, that bitch is crazy. We'll continue. Lisa apparently did not hear the police enter the home as she was watching the videos with her earphones on. Lisa was arrested on site, not even allowed to finish taking her shit. Lisa will appear in court of the law. Hold on a second, excuse me. Lisa will appear in a court of law in a few weeks and possibly face 40 years in prison. For more news and updates straight to your email, visit Haslers.com. Okay, that's the end of the article. I'm back. Okay. I don't know what else to say, but it goes to show this is what I was talking about. Now don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that what the dude did was kind of shady, but he didn't deserve to die. And to be fair, is that she can in a way she did had the right to react upset and be angry and pissed off, because technically the dude took that joke, that prank. I don't know who would do a prank and April Fool's prank like that. I don't know any guy who would do it like that. So, it's unfortunate, and it's unfortunate that he died from the bullet. But the thing is, for her to pull out a gun and shoot him over a prank, it says a lot about her. And some of y'all are gonna say, who hate my guts, well, don't you? It's funny how, and I'm not taking the man's side. I'm looking at it from all angles and sides. That yes, you had a right to be angry and upset and hurt, because technically he was playing. You don't do something like that. He was that to me. That's kind of like playing with someone's emotions and feelings, and you get killed over that. So I have no sympathy over the dude, even though, in my opinion, to pull out a gun and shoot him. The dude wasn't. The difference is between the stories that I covered before, when a dude the guy didn't really disrespect her in a nasty manner like most of you women do to men when they ask you out. This is different right here. The difference is that what she did was very obsessive. She had a right to be upset, but to overreact and pull out a gun and shoot him tells me that she didn't love the dude to begin with. And obviously, the dude to play a prank like that, even if he had an intention of joking around, you don't joke around like that. He didn't. To me, he didn't really think things through, and didn't respect her feelings, and the woman that shot and killed him, she obviously didn't love the dude to begin with, because the way I see it, she didn't really love him because she didn't get her way, so she felt entitled to. Since she didn't get a marriage proposal from this guy, and because her biological clock is ticking, that's what really set her off, and she was frustrated and mad, and it was a bruise to her ego. Nobody talks about this. Women cannot handle no. A guy telling her no. Women cannot handle rejection, even if the guy is nice as hell and respectful and polite. Women cannot handle that shit. Yeah, they can't. The vast majority of them cannot handle a no. If a guy does not want to get married, you dumbass, you still date him. And you think he's going to change. Maybe there's something about you that's... let me say it like this. Maybe there's something to the women. Having to stop and think. Maybe there's something wrong with you, or maybe there's something about you that the guy doesn't feel comfortable taking that step into marrying your ass. Having to stop and think, maybe because of the fact that how men have been burned by the gynocentric court systems, by this misandric, sexist, man-hating, gynocentric, feminazi court systems that favor women over men all the time. So you gotta understand, the gynocentric court system fucks over men all the time. They take your side no matter what, to your women out there. I mean, the man has a lot to lose if he decides to fully commit to a woman. And a lot of you women don't care. Oh, if you love me, you risk your life on the line. Well, if you love him, that's bullshit. Because to you women out there, it doesn't really matter why does he have to put a ring on your finger to show you that he loves you? I mean, marriage is a state of mind. There's people who live together and they've never been married, and there's reasons why they don't want to get married, because it's a slave system. And plus, if it's one of the partners or both the partners have fucked up credit, they don't want to have fucked up credit because it's a partnership. Marriage is a business. A lot of you women want to get married for the fucking ceremony. You don't care about the guy's feelings. You don't care about the guy's plight and what he goes through. You don't take time to think about how many of you women, if the man isn't pleased, you give you everything that you want because you feel entitled. Most of you, because the man doesn't give you everything you want, he doesn't satisfy you, he don't do this, he don't do that, he don't behave the way you want him to behave and do the things that you want him to do and give you this and give you that. If you don't feel that you're getting what you want, sometimes you cheat on him. Sometimes you just a bitch, you're just unpleasant, you're rude. Or worse, if you feel that you're not getting what you want out of this guy, even though he gave you 90% of everything and you gave only 5%, 5 to 10%, you only brought, or sometimes you bring nothing to the table at all, but your attitude and your pussy, and we should just be happy and fine with that. It doesn't work that way. So when a woman doesn't feel that she's getting everything, because you cannot satisfy a spoiled child. I hope you know that. I'm not saying women are children indirectly, but the society allows women to be fucking children, spoiled ass children with entitlement issues. Women think they can have whatever they fucking want without doing anything to get it. And when a woman feels that she's not getting what she wants, then she'll break up with him and find some other dude to get that will give her what that other dude is that she thinks is lacking. And then bitch and complain that she's not getting anything from this dude, even though she left the other dude. So it's like hypergamy. It's like, if I'm not getting what I want from this guy, I'll just go to the next guy. If I'm not getting what I want from this guy, I'll go for the next guy. It's a vicious cycle. So that's why many men don't want to get married to y'all, because of because the law doesn't favor. The law enforcement is on your side, the government is on your side, the court system is on your side. To you women, and the guy has a lot to lose, and plus, the suicide rate for men who are married is very high, but nobody talks about that. So for this woman to kill him because she didn't, even if it was a joke, you should have just, if you felt some type of way, you should have told him that you didn't find that funny. To go out and shoot him, that's just fucking wrong. Maybe you were angry you just threw a temper tantrum because you didn't get your way. That's the difference between someone who's self-entitled. In the story that I covered like a couple months ago, I think it's still like over a month old, when I was telling you how, now I want y'all to understand, when I said that bitch deserved that bullet, what I meant by, particularly that story that took place in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, when I said that man that shot and killed that woman because she was rude, because they don't say they didn't say much what she said and did, but I got a sense that that this woman said something and did something to this guy by being rude to him, being mean to him, being condescending and nasty to him and humiliating him in public and thinking that's funny. And this guy has been disrespected and to the point where he snapped and killed her. That's to me. I mean, you know, that's the, hold on. Let me just finish what I'm saying. The reason, I mean, to do that, to feel big and hurt and go after with the hurt guy's feelings, that's just fucking wrong. And that woman, and I still stand by what I said. She had it coming. Now, the difference is with this story is that dude might have been an asshole in what he did, because that's an asshole move. But to pull out a bullet, this dude was just joking around. He was not aware of the consequences, but for you to go out and shoot him, to me that was, and you knew that he had a gun, and you went out to reach for that gun, to me you were planning to doing something like that. And the fact that this woman was watching YouTube videos on how to cover up the dead body, to cover up her boyfriend that she supposedly loved, but she didn't love to begin with. She just with him because she was lonely. Probably she was lonely. She was frustrated, and she didn't want to be alone, so she settled. Or I mean, the dude. I don't know what the dude looks like, but he probably might have been good looking. Since dude was like younger than her, she might have been on that. Oh, it might have been on some fuck type shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But the fact that this dude played a joke on you and you got mad because he didn't propose to you tells me that you just wanted to get married for the fucking ceremony and show off to your friends. And then when things were not going the way you want in the marriage, you were probably planning on leaving his ass and raping him for alimony. And if he had kids, taking his kids away and raping him for child support and taking his assets away in the relationship that he probably would be contributing like 97% of it, and you'd be probably bringing like barely like less than 3%. And the fact that there's some people saying, "Oh, he should have not done it." I agree that he should never took it that far with a joke. But for her to react the way she did, and then try to cover it up, tells me that what kind of person she is, and that she was just a selfish, self-entitled, spoiled bitch. You know, she's 31 years old, and she's talking about and she's worried about a biological clock ticking. She was probably with the wrong guy to begin with. But like I said before, how many men did she ever approach in her life where she could have found love and happiness? Probably none. How many nice guys who was willing to get in a relationship with her and get married or wanted to marry her and have kids by her, how many guys did she turn down who wanted that? A lot. So she settled for what she thought was the next best thing, and they've been dating for 3 years, and obviously to me that's kind of like a long time. But for her to flip out and kill, what's scary is for her to flip out and kill dude over a joke. That tells me that it's going to take a long time to get to know somebody before you get to want to marry them. And that's the thing about women. It's like you cannot rush into getting married to them and rushing into a serious relationship with a woman because you don't know what you're dealing with. She can fake and pretend that she loves you and be that fake ass good woman for a bit. But once she gets that ring, once she gets what she wants, she'll change overnight and show you her real true colors. That's why it's best to be honest and upfront with women about who you are as a man and what you will tolerate or not tolerate. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to make this too long, but I'm gonna the last part, the last sentence of the article where it says Lisa will appear in a court of law a few weeks and possibly face 40 years in prison. I don't think she's gonna fit. I don't think they're gonna lock her up for 40 years for what she did. I hope they do, but I doubt it. She's probably gonna talk about how he was abusive and she's gonna talk about how she had a bad childhood or how she was sexually abused, molested, and how she had and how her talk about her life story and how a lot of unfair things happened to her and woe was me and pity me and feel sorry for me, because that's what most women do. To talk about all her bad experiences and how she was treated by men, how she was taken advantage of and treated bad, and how she was abused and how she had a rough childhood and how she was, or possibly talk about how she's going to try, basically the way feminism is and the way women will use that to their advantage, female privilege is, she's going to try to make herself out to be the fucking victim. Oh, I was not in my right frame of mind, and she's going to probably play the mental health card. So look out for that. All I'm going to say is this, man. This is a prime example of why most men do not want to get with you bitches, okay, on a serious term, because most of y'all women are crazy, and plus we got a lot to lose. Maybe if you walk in a man's shoes, you understand that. You know, we can't even joke with you, even though you shouldn't joke like that. But we can't even have a joke. We can't even joke around because women are so overly insensitive. It's sad. And with women being overly sensitive, it shows you how women are very crazy and evil and cold-hearted. You know, it's a sad story, but this is why men are the way they are and very cautious when dealing with today's women because of stuff like this. I'm out. Peace.